Okay, other than cross training, what are some other things that can help me build muscle and get me ready for the race day?
Right. I work with some runners too a lot, and there's some things you can do for conditioning and strength training that are pretty simple. You don't need to be doing a lot of weight and so forth, but one of the things is we use our upper body and shoulders. We can do a few elements where I've got some smaller weights here. You can use a couple, if you don't have equipment at home, maybe it's a couple cans of soup or something like that. But if we take these weights, a simple exercise is I'm just going to have you put one foot in front of the other with some flexible knees here. Okay. And we keep the elbows tucked in here with those weights. And we're just going to swing our arms more in a drill. Great. So, okay. In a fashion there. And we're going to, you know, when we swing our arms out there, we want to be relaxed. But we're going to just work the upper body and shoulders a little bit here, and that's going to help avoid fatigue when we're out there running with our arms, you know, and so forth, and swing. So you might do this for a minute, recover for a minute, and do it again to start with, just a couple.
Hi-ho, hi-ho.
Another one would be, we talked about the stairs when you do some cross train, or for strength training elements, we've got this step, aerobic type steps here. We can adjust the height and so forth. You can get a sturdy bench or a box you can build, but make sure it's sturdy so you don't want it to tip or fall off. But we can just do some elements of strength training, so we're just going to step up and down, and I usually have clients here just kind of alternate their legs, right, left, and then that's going to work some strength elements in. Also work the cardiovascular.
This?
Right, now left. Yep, then down, now right. Yeah, and it also works on your coordination, getting your arms, yeah. So that makes you think more, and you get some cognitive things in your workout. Good.
And my step would probably be a lot shorter than your step.
Right, and we might take it down. You don't want to get too high a step where you get stress on your knees. You want to keep it underneath where your quads parallel with the floor. Another quick element, we'll just use my bench here, is just doing some standing squats and so forth. Great for glutes, hamstrings, working those muscles that we run with. Where you want to get a sturdy chair or bench or something at home, and I'll have you stand in front of it. And what we don't want to do is when people stand and squat on their own, they really don't have the strength yet, so they're going to end up putting those knees clear forward. So the reason I use a bench to kind of teach the proper squat technique is then we can use our arms a little bit here. We just squat down, touch, keeping our upper body and head up. And then just do maybe a set of 10 or 12 of those with recovery, a couple of those to start with. So once you try that.
So I don't fall over.
Yep, down. Yep. Then you just want to keep your upper body and head up a little more, and down and up. Okay. And that's something that when you first start, it's kind of tough, but you're going to see over the weeks building that strength up in your legs, quads, and so forth. Again, the reason we want to do these types of cross-train things and stairs and so forth is the stronger muscles we build in our calves and quads and so forth take pressure off our joints and so forth, so that we avoid those injuries and overuse injuries and so forth. Calf raises, toe presses. You know, we can go off a step or just do some toe presses coming up on our toes, back down our heels. We're going to work these calves because they take a lot of stress with pushing off with running too.
Are there any other sort of exercises or stretches that, you know, just to get going with, you know, some? Yeah,
when you're done, especially when you're done, there's some more exercises we can work into, just some lunges. Now you want to make sure you have the proper technique on the lunge, where when you come down, you know, you're going to have this knee behind the toe and do some step lunges. Now, you want to work into those slow, because even if you just do one set of 10 and you haven't done them, you're going to feel it back here the next.
When should we be doing these?
These cross-trained strength training days, usually on a very short run day. You can do a little short run, you'll be warmed up, and then go ahead and do these. Or on an off day where you might just get a little warm up and do these. You don't want to do these after a longer run or tougher run.
I mean, again, we probably don't want to overdo it, but...
No, I mean, this type of routine where I work in some, you know, maybe it's a 30-minute routine, and maybe you do it twice a week, build into your routine. So twice a week, 30 minutes, and eventually if you work up, depends how much you want to work up into it, you know, you could do a couple sets of everything, and it could be 40 minutes, but just working those in a couple times a week would really help your running.
Let's say I'm starting to run and I'm starting to notice some pain. Is there a way to say, hey, it's hurting here, or have I really done something to myself?
Right, there's a difference between general soreness and pain. If it's pain, you're going to want to stop your running, and maybe eventually you might have to go to the doctor. You know, sharp pain. General soreness is going to usually dissipate in a day or two, maybe 3 days tops, and then you're going to, you know, and that's where cross training, whether it's in the pool, bike, and so forth, they help get that lactic acid out with some of the general soreness. But sharp pain, things that if you're doing something in your knee, you have a sharp pain and there's something, could be a big problem. So you're going to want to make sure you get that checked out right away, or take 3 days completely off, try running again. If it's gone away, great. If not, you know, you might want to have that checked out. So there's a difference there. General soreness, once you get into training, you know what that is. It usually dissipates in a day or two. So,
you know, I remember being at races and seeing a lot of people do these, you know, stretches, that sort of thing.
Yeah, the stretching, you can get a routine, a good routine, and there's good books on it, and you know, on the internet and so forth. But basically, you want to stretch out those quads, whether it's, you know, just the you know, some basic quad stretches, hamstring stretches where we can sit on the ground, or keep our hips here and lean forward, stretch the hamstrings, calf stretches. We might do just a calf stretch pushing against a wall. Those are 3 areas, you know, the quads, hamstrings, and calves you really want to stretch out and so forth that are really important. Yeah, upper body stretches, you can work all that into too. But stretching's good, helps recover. Dynamic stretching beforehand is where you're going to just, maybe you're just going to work into the routine a little bit and do some movement exercises to kind of get things loosened up so you're ready for your run a little more. Afterwards, we do the static stretching, which is the one where you hold for 20, 30 seconds.
Okay, so yeah, so it's not like you're done running and then you can just go and sit on the couch.
Right, yeah. Otherwise, by doing some stretching and recovery things, hydration and so forth, that's going to delay and minimize the soreness the next day or two.
Okay, all right. So
Great.
I guess I'll check back in a couple more weeks.
All right, keep up the good work.
Thank you.